I'm back, bitches.
Yeah, look, making that bread that hard though, young G shifting that cargo. I get high when
That UFC fight that you're watching,
Yeah.
the guy that's the main event is probably getting paid the same amount as what this car costs to build.
I know I'm never going to say I'm certain this time.
Don't
I didn't
ever say that.
Starting to learn.
I didn't even finish it.
Don't
finish it.
ever say it's going to go to plan.
Nope. Mark my words. At some point, the driver's gonna pedal it and it's gonna fucking sneeze on the burnout and it won't fucking restart and you're gonna lose a race because of it. I promise you it'll happen.
I never let nobody with no motion try to hold me. I'm an OG, and that's the old me. The way I'm sitting nowadays, the money stacked 9 ways. I'm sipping on a latte. Why they all call me bougie? Bougie. I don't want no prayers from no haters. Probably waiting on my downfall, man.
I'm back, bitches. How you going, mate?
So sick. Are you? Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to touch me.
He's got AIDS again. Bella? The whole world? The whole world, Bella. That's the camera guy I was telling you about. Thomas, how are you, man? You good?
Mate. How are
You got a free hand?
I do.
Good. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too, mate.
Yeah, good to be here.
Safe travels? You all good?
Yeah, easy peasy. I got my ace #1 traveler with me. My #1 helper. She's brought her camera. Why are you not taking video of him?
Okay, I'll take it.
She's my social media person this week.
Oh, very good.
So, yeah, I told her she could come and learn from the best, but I told her not to bug you while you're working.
I don't know about the best, but I try.
Yeah, you do a pretty good job. Pretty good job for a part-timer. Wow. It looks like a beast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Looks better in the flesh. Oh, so Bella. He's sick, but that's Alex. This is his shop.
How are you?
It's
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So he's super awesome. And everyone else here, other than that's just, there's Alex, Thomas, everyone else is named Chris, so you can't get it wrong.
Okay.
There you go. Introductions are done.
I'm like, okay, definitely change it because you're going through the effort, but it's not going to be that. Something's wrong inside I was sure there was going to be something wrong in the trans. When you told me you changed it, it works, I'm like, I can't believe that.
Well, we checked power.
Legit.
Like legit, we checked power going to the trans. I
Yeah.
go, yep, we got power going.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I couldn't see it being anything mechanical internally in the box.
So look, the key to that, because when the 400 puts itself on the trans brake, it's forward in low gear and it's reverse locked at the same
right.
time. That's what
Yeah.
the trans brake is. So it takes the actuation usually of the trans brake like to get reverse. Usually you put the shifter in reverse, nothing happens. You have to actuate the trans brake to get reverse. So the clue is if you put the thing in reverse and it's got reverse and you're not on the trans brake, if you
internal.
take the connector off, it should not be in reverse anymore. And if it is, there's something internally applying the reverse.
Yeah.
Right? So normally that would be like an O-ring that got left out, or like a crack in something, a cross leak, or maybe the solenoid stuck, or who knows, whatever. But yeah, I was fairly sure it was going to be mechanical.
So I've ordered a spare one for this. I've got a spare one for my own race car now.
You're going to
I said,
have
I'm not taking a
Australia
chance.
supply of trans brake solenoids.
Yeah, pretty much.
Eminem couldn't tell people to buy them from here.
Yeah, we'll have them in stock,
Yeah.
ready to go.
Just add that to the list of oddball shit that you've never seen that screwed up on this car only for the first time ever.
Only this car.
It's good for learning. Just that. It's definitely good at teaching patience. Character building, that's what it is. It's character building.
I don't have a lot of patience, but I think this has given me some more.
This has tested all of them, haven't it?
It's tested me all right.
So what I reckon we should do is, I think we should make a list of outstanding things that Shane needs to go through if there is. All I can think of off the top of my head is the aerial for the Obsidian where he wants to mount it. Shane's saying that he would rather it on the roof, but I don't see how.
Yeah, the top of the roof's the best. Any
How you gonna do
GPS,
that?
top of the roof's the best. Just drill a hole in the top, drop the cable through.
Well, if Murat didn't want a show car at the same time and have carpet on his roof lining,
Is there carpet in there?
yeah, there's a roof lining in the car. It's a show car.
Sheep shagger.
Yeah, but it looks good.
Is it on the inside or the outside?
You can put it on the outside if you want.
I don't know.
Can we attach? Can we put it to the rear window?
You could put it through the screen. It's not as good, but so the trouble is,
Well, let's have a look. When the car comes back down, we're just changing that stud over now. We'll roll it out and we'll see.
so the GPS receiver has to take signals from the satellites, obviously, and they're all sending a timestamp, right? And so the GPS is looking at the timestamp that the signal came from the satellite, and to decipher good ones from bad ones based on the time that it's synced with the satellite too. So it looks at a signal, nope, timestamp's wrong, that's a bullshit signal. Timestamp's right, that's a correct signal. Well, if it's spending all of its time getting errant signals that are bouncing off of roll cage parts and wings and other pieces, then it's not as accurate and it's not as fast, right? Because it's doing all this work to throw out all the junk signals, which is why having it on the top part of the car, at the highest point, gives it the least amount of errant signals to have bounce off, but on the car. You still get them off of the trees and the buildings and whatever else is around, but normally the dead center top of the roof is the best place.
We'll
It'll work if it's not there. It's just you're just making it do it.
Wherever you mount it, can you check the signal?
No, but you can be sure if you put it up top where there's nothing around it, it's better than putting it. It's just not as convenient.
Fair enough. All right. And then what else is there? Was there anything else that we need to
Everything's done.
go through?
Well, I'm just going to put the laptop on it and run through everything and make sure it all works anyways, and then get a pseudo strategy for what we're going to do tomorrow. Get it in there and ready to go so that when we're at the track, we're spending our time testing at the racetrack, not figuring out stupid things. I'm sure there's going to be some stupid things, don't get me wrong, that we're going to have to figure out, but let's at least not show up with any that we know of, and let's learn new ones tomorrow while we're at the racetrack.
I know I'm never going to say I'm certain this time.
Don't
I did
ever,
start
ever
learn,
say
you're
that.
just starting to learn.
I didn't even finish it.
Don't
I didn't even finish it.
ever say it's going to go to plan. Just don't do that right now. I've had a bad week.
I know. In another hour, I'm sick, right? So I'm going to pretend that I'm even sicker, and I'm going to go home and have a pretend nap, but watch the UFC. What do you reckon? You coming with me?
No.
Why?
Because that UFC fight that you're watching,
Yeah.
the guy that's the main event is probably getting paid the same amount as what this car cost to build. So this is my UFC
To be
fight
honest,
right here.
I reckon that UFC fight
This is the main event for me.
He's getting paid less than what this guy's worth.
Probably.
No, in UFC, it's not boxing, mate.
I'll stick to this main event
I think
for now.
this is boxing. This is boxing price range.
Yeah.
And UFC is UFC, you know.
And it's on the front lawn, and we've got the president here.
I feel so much more sicker.
Oh,
Right
God,
now.
here we go.
Alex's shop is primarily known for doing this kind of car. So this is a Skyline. We didn't really ever get these in the U.S. Not like they did here. So this is a Nissan. Is a manufacturer. The model's a Skyline, and it's a high-performance Japanese, car. Most of them are all-wheel drive. Means all four tires make the car go. Okay.
Let me tell you something about this car that you may not know. This is an R1, and there's only 3 of these in the world in this colour.
Really?
So this is a really, really rare car to have in the shop. That's a really special car.
So no one with a car that's that rare would bring it to just any shop. They would only take it to someone who's like a super finicky specialist, which is why it's here, because that's what he is.
And I do all this client's cars, all of his GTRs. And he's got every single GTR that he has is super rare. Yeah, they're just not run-of-the-mill GTRs.
They're obviously a high-performance car, and they're very sought after, right? And almost every one of them has got something crazy done to it. I'm sure Alex can show you around, but you can see there's one here, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. Maybe there's not one there.
That one,
No,
207.
wagon. Yeah, so that's Alex's personal race car. 207 miles an hour with it. Just only a couple
Straight
weeks
off the
ago,
trailer, yeah. First pass ever.
Yeah. Been
First
working on
pass
it
ever,
forever.
yeah, which is really good.
So one thing you'll notice if you walk around here and look is if he lowers his race car down, but the work that he's doing in the cleanliness and the way things are laid out is somewhat art and functionality at the same time. Like it's not just, well, let's just put a hose here and put a fitting there and we can run this line that way. When you look at it, it's going to look appeasing, like there's feng shui to it.
Yeah, ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quit. Yeah, gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets. Yeah, better move out the way cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out.
Your car makes about 240.
I'll show you.
So hear the noise difference? So there's a valve in the exhaust that lets the exhaust either come out, which is when it was noisy, or now it's going through the whole exhaust system using the muffler and it's quiet like a normal car. So you were asking me about how do we make your car louder? That's one way. Don't get much louder than that. Yeah. Well, I already thought of this. Well, they've got it bypassed right here after the turbo, right? So it's super loud. On your car, it's not legal to mess with it upstream of the cats, but after the cats, they can't really do much. So we could put a bypass valve around one set or two sets of the mufflers, just to make it a little bit louder if you want. And then you could control it with a button, whether you want it loud or not.
Yeah. That way when I'm going through the neighborhood, I'll just turn it down.
Yeah. It only has to be loud when you want it to be loud. Or you can make it where it only goes loud when the throttle's open. So you're only, it's only when you're on the throttle.
Yeah, it's got two settings. So you can hit the keypad where it gets to a certain amount of boost and throttle, and it'll open up on its own. 99% of our clients want to do that, right? So they'll come in with a car like this, and this is another rare car because of the color. So you see this color, it's highly sought after and it's very, very expensive. So you can buy a white one for, let's say, $200,000, and then you can buy this purple one for $500, $450, just depending, And then we pull the engines out, see how they're all scratched and see how there's lots of wires and a lot of rubbish around? We make sure we delete it all.
Yeah, so you don't get to see it with the engine in it, but you can get the cons, because it's going to look like what your car looks like with the wires and all that stuff in it. And then just go back over there and look at the engine bay in that one again.
Yeah.
See if you can tell the difference.
And then the process, like my son's car, I'll show you in here. That white, did you see the white one with the engine bay open?
No, I don't think we walked on that side. We actually walked in to look at the VL.
So now the process is, it looked like that. Now it's starting to look like this.
Okay, yes, we did see this.
Yeah. So now everything's painted. Everything's put back together, the bracketry's all painted, so you can see all the powder coating and everything else that we've done to the side of the engine. It's all the little details that people miss that don't really realise why it looks so good, And it's all these little things that take in a lot of account of what we do.
Detail work.
Yeah, it's all detail.
It's like building big models. Like when we used to build little models?
Yeah.
It's like the same thing, but for big guys. Model building for adults.
Yeah.
All right, we're back in effect at Virong Automotive down here in Australia, and we're here this time to play with the car on the racetrack. Now, previously what you've seen is us getting our ass handed to us while we were trying to figure out what was going on once the engine came back from being rebuilt after we had the big explosion from the flywheel that came apart. We put the engine back in the car and went to dyno it and test the other systems, and obviously you've seen that it was giving us some grief. And needless to say, it ran us around for quite a number of hours, which I think was well cataloged in the last few vlogs that you've watched. Interestingly enough, we've had lots of commenters offering to help, good suggestions. I like all the suggestions and all the comments, good or bad. Can always take those and use them to good effect to try and be better next time, right? And if any of you guys that have the good ideas about what we should have been doing want to offer your phone number, we can give you a call next time we're struggling with something. That would be amazing as well. Thank you guys for watching. In terms of why I'm back here now, it's time to take the car to the racetrack and see what happens when we try to make the car go down the racetrack itself. We played with the car as much as we possibly can, simulating things in the dyno room. And at this point, it's time to go use the car for what it's meant to be, which is a race car. So we have 3 days booked at Sydney Dragway. We're gonna take the car out, try and start a little bit slow with sort of our combined best guess of what we think it's gonna take to make this thing leave the starting line and go to the other end of the racetrack. We have lots of systems to still check because sometimes things aren't the same on the racetrack as they are on the dyno. And with any luck at all, we'll be able to have some success on our first test day and build on that on our second test day, and then potentially hit our goal on a third test day. Maybe somehow, some way, this thing will finally come correct and do exactly what we want on the first day, which would be mind-boggling based on prior experience. But if it happens that way, then great. Then everything else is just icing on the cake.
Where's the other center? Where's the other center?
Over there.
3.5, yeah.
It's over there.
It's over there. So we need to take that and the old tail shaft with us. This guy's delirious, man. I'm glad you're smiling, Neil.
Fuck.
It was a rough week.
But I was so sick. I'm so fucked. I got to laugh.
So you're delirious, is what you're trying to say.
pretty much.
Nice.
I'm like a 3-year-old that hasn't slept.
We're going to the track with a delirious guy. So
Yep.
it's not the first time we've done that. We've done that multiple times before. Yeah.
You want to take the spare tail shaft and the diff center?
Yeah. At least if something goes wrong, you.
Fuck. It's like we're preparing for the fucking worst.
And then it'll end up being something that no one can get,
No,
and it'll be this big,
Yeah.
and
it's game over.
yeah, we'll take everything but that, and you haven't got it. It's-
Everything but the kitchen.
Yeah.
See what it does.
Give
I
it
mean,
a
if
whack.
you're good with everything else, let's start it up and see how it acts.
Let me know when you're ready. Go. Y'all in?
Yeah. So is this what it always does?
What do you say? Gay.
If you want it to start, it's not got a primer pump on it. If you want it to start good cold, you need to spray fucking brake clean in it to get it. You're never gonna get it to go when it doesn't have fuel pressure.
Has it got fuel pressure?
No, I mean eventually it gets it, but you
Yeah.
gotta crank it before it. So it's cold and there's fucking no fuel pressure.
Right. Put start you bastard in it.
Not start, you bastard, but brake clean would work. It'll probably go now. It's hit enough times, but you're kind of fucking asking for an impossible situation. I want it to start good with no fuel pressure.
You go, Tim.
Ready, Al?
Yeah, I'm ready. You
Go.
tell me when you're ready.
I'm spraying.
Stay there.
I think it bends that big fucking blade around at an idle. Like I can just touch it and get it to idle down.
Like it's so shit because it's so big. Yeah. And the minute you touch it, it just goes up.
Like that. I think it's already moved. No way that's right. Well, there's almost no spring, I guess, or it's being sucked open.
Thank you. I'm so fucked. I'm telling you that every hour I'm getting worse and worse and worse. My whole body is like fucking aching. It's all good. We're going racing tomorrow. I love one. I don't even know why you're asking.
The bloke that's been working all day has to go and make
Yeah, he's the coffee maker. He's the coffee maker. Shouldn't even be asking.
You have some top lube shit in there, I
What,
assume?
what?
You have top lube in the fuel? Something's in there. It smells too weird.
What's-
It's not just methanol.
Yeah, we got cylinder up a little.
That's what it is. I can smell it. It smells flowery.
Candy.
Yeah.
It's candy.
It's crap. Yeah, the thing just doesn't, that's just odd. It doesn't want to idle. Like, fuck.
How's it going to idle with a drain pipe like that?
It's-
And the minute you touch it,
there's
like
something
half a
weird
mil
about it. It does. Like when you were sitting in there, I don't know if you were touching the throttle or not,
Yeah.
but the zero position was moving all over the place.
like the TPS is playing up.
Well, I thought it was that, but now it seems okay. So I don't know if your foot was close to the throttle and
Yeah,
like
look, I was
just
holding
like
it
the
at
cable's close.
Yeah, I was holding it at one point. Definitely.
It's coming back to the same number every time, so there's a chance you might be able to get it to actually idle. I almost think I should just turn the fucking idle control off and just pull timing out of it to get it to idle. Is it? It just
But every
doesn't
time we
seem like
make
it's the same twice.
make an adjustment on the
It changes
on
its
the
mind
timing,
again?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, this is one way to get rid of it is turn this shit off.
turn it off.
Then you got to start it again so I can work on it. Oh, I started
Whatever, we'll start it up again and we'll work it out.
Turn it off. Start it up and let's see what happens. It should idle. I'm guessing it'll idle too high.
Let's have a look.
Maybe it'll shock me and it won't idle at all. That's probably what it'll do. Now, hold on. I'm not touching the throttle. What it's doing, it just loads itself up.
Was it moving around?
No, the timing's stable at 32. Let me look at the throttle position now. The throttle's good now. I think maybe it was just your foot was close to it while you were in the car, and that's why I was moving
Yeah,
earlier.
my foot
And
was
then
holding it back then.
I think it just loads itself up.
If you were trying to adjust something
I
while
think
it was
I was
cold,
chasing you.
Yeah, you were chasing me because I was trying to hold it.
You were trying to hold it.
For sure,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's a habit because every time I start the car to get it
doesn't
warm,
wanna-
I have to
doesn't
hold it
wanna
up
run.
anyway.
Yeah.
So maybe just turn it back on, Shane.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then we'll see how it idles. Try?
Yeah. I think it manages to load itself up is what I think.
Let's have a look. In your air.
What happened then?
Well, I think he put it in gear and the load just killed the motor.
Just ran blah.
Either because the engine's cold or the trans is cold or I don't know what.
Engine's warm now.
Start it back up and see if it'll go. It needs more throttle, I think.
Well, if you're going to give it more throttle, you need to pull it out. You need to pull some timing out of it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt, it's going to need the throttle way open and the timing out so it'll idle in neutral, kind of.
Yeah.
And then, so is this how it was the other day?
No,
Or you have
so-
to fuck with the throttle to get it to run in gear?
Yeah, look, to be honest, every time I put it in gear,
Give
I'm
it throttle.
holding it like I'm holding the throttle.
I don't think it'll make enough torque without opening the throttle to stay running when it goes in gear. So, if you want, I mean, look, either I adjust the idle screw, which is easy enough, or you get it to run and I'll figure out what that throttle position is. We'll just open it to that throttle.
You want me to try that?
Yeah, see if you can get it to like hold an idle
In
that's
gear?
reasonable, like 1,000, whatever it needs to be so it doesn't die going into gear.
Yeah, right.
And then we'll figure out what that throttle position is, set it to that, and just work around that to get it to idle in neutral.
Rightio. Ready?
Yeah. let me get the Allen for this, and I'll just chase it until it'll sit there and idle.
Christopher, get him the
I
Allen
don't
keys.
actually think it needs that much. Well, it doesn't need much because the blade is fucking tremendous. 1/10 of a degree is like 2,000 horsepower worth of air. Well, either or it's bending, one or the other, because you needed a lot initially, and now it's not much different than.
You think the throttle body's bent?
No, I don't know if it's bent as much as I think it might flex because it's big.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take much of a pressure change on it to get it
because
to
it's
tweak.
big is the problem.
Well, it's definitely going to make it touchy to the throttle movement, but it also makes it easy to bend because it's got so much surface area for it to work against. Oh God. So you're off, yeah?
I'm off the throttle.
I'm gonna go to 0. It's probably gonna be too much. It'll probably idle at 2,000. Okay, so we'll go like that and back to
There you go.
there. Try that, Alex.
Sure.
It's not amazing, but it is a race car, so I mean, we could probably live with a little more neutral RPM. You can hear the idle control grab it like it kicks. It needs, like, you can hear the integral start winding it back down, but
I think it's fun.
it needs at least that much air to stay running in gear.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's gonna die, and even that's pretty low. Like, you know, normally for a race car, just get it idling at like 1250 in gear and live with it being 16 or 1700 in neutral, because it's got so much load when it goes in gear, it won't sustain the engine RPM.
Listen, man, it's a
particularly with no idle control valve, you know, you got
No
no way
auto
to add
control
air.
valve. It's a drag car.
Well, that's what I'm
What
saying.
do you want?
It's like, we just want it not to stall when he sticks it in gear. And
Yeah,
if it
yeah.
starts stalling, we're just gonna turn it up.
Yeah. And you don't want the guy to start hitting the throttle with the brake to try and
Right,
keep
yeah,
it.
no. It needs to stay
alive.
running when you put it in gear.
Yeah, you don't want him thinking about too many things. What do you want to do next?
I don't really have much to do next. I mean,
Well, then that's it.
I've got all the shit in there that I think it's gonna need. Did you try doing a burnout with it?
Have
we
I
know
tried
if
to do
it'll
a burnout?
Yeah. Do we think it'll do a burnout without nitrous?
I'm confident it'll do that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think when we put it in the water box, pump the
Yeah.
pedal, line
yeah,
lock.
and give it some throttle, it'll go.
Because all my race car, like
Yours will do it?
I never ever use a trans brake to do a burnout.
And you don't use nitrous?
Nope.
Well, because I mean, that's the other thing. You could run it up against the brake and let the brake off to try and snap the rear tires loose.
You can, but I'm sure it'll do it.
But so, is it got a line lock only on the front?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so there's a chance you could pump the shit out of it and then hit the throttle
Yeah,
and
of
eventually
course,
knock
it'll
it
hold
loose.
it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like all this trans braking in the burnout box is bullshit to me. I don't like it. Well, you're going to burn the transmission up before you even get to the start line.
Fucking the Supra, the first Supra in Bahrain, it was such a lazy pig piece of shit. It was, you know, would barely fucking start turning the tire in the water box.
Really?
Yeah, and then, I mean, sometimes he had to like fuck with the brake pedal to get it to start coming loose. It would be like, and then it would finally go. And then, of course, once it makes boost, it like goes to the rev limiter. But
Well,
I don't know. We'll see.
My engine's a little bit different to this.
Yeah.
In a few aspects, so I don't have a problem doing a burnout with a line lock.
Yeah. Well, maybe this will do it too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're going to try.
yeah.
If not, he's going to have to trans brake it
Yeah.
or flash it with gas,
Yeah. And you don't
like on the line lock.
like want to try it out here in the parking lot, right?
I don't mind.
Stick water under the tire and see if it'll fucking do a burnout or not, and then we can at least work on it.
They don't really like it, but yeah, we can do it.
Well, we don't need to get you kicked out to try it. We'll do it to track, right? But
Look, if I do a burnout, man, I'm doing the whole fucking driveway.
yeah, well, we don't need that either.
Yeah, do you want to try or? We'll put some water under it?
Well, it's just, you know, if it won't do a burnout here, we have a chance to fuck with it for an hour or two. If we go to the track tomorrow and it won't do a burnout, then we can't even fucking go make a pass, right? So it'd be nicer to know, yeah, it'll do a burnout. Okay, good. And then if not, we figure out whatever, at least we can have a plan of attack for tomorrow. Try it here without, you know, just do the line lock thing. And then if that doesn't want to work, then could try it against the trans brake and see if that'll kick it loose with the line lock on. And if that won't do it, then we know we need to spray it, and it is what it is.
We can even spray it on the line lock, you know what I mean? Like without the trans brake.
Yeah.
Just give it a little bit of a flash.
Yeah, it might be enough.
I did that originally with that, but I don't do it anymore. Doesn't need it.
Well, maybe this is a complete waste of time and it's not going to need it. The track water box is probably slipperier than that is.
It is, and we're going to struggle to do it here.
So if we're going to waste our time, then fuck it. I mean, that's just part of the process of figuring the car out. Just go to a fucking water box and it does the burnout or it doesn't.
Yeah, so if we roll this out of the water box to try and do it, it's not going to do it.
It's got to be right at the edge of the water.
Right at the edge of the water, yep.
Yeah.
And that's how I do that with my procedure. You know, even I did it with my old race car the same way. Just put it on the edge, line lock, accelerate.
Have we checked the line lock? I doubt we have.
I checked it the other day. We'll prove
Well,
it.
shit, we don't even know how it's wired, right? What I mean is, it might not be wired to the ECU.
It's wired through the PDM, isn't it? Yeah. Look.
The ECU's not probably controlling the low side though, because we had to take over the existing wiring.
Where's my glasses?
See what you have on your, I have a feeling it's not. Let me go look at the output on the ECU too and see maybe if I have it assigned, although I could have it assigned and it's not hooked up.
Yeah, look.
Does it hold?
Well, here, I'll lock it. Okay, try and push it forward. Boys? Hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
Yep, go. Still hold.
Yeah. I don't think you have a line lock.
I can hear it tick here, Shane.
You can hear it click.
Yeah, I can hear something click.
Set the line lock real quick, Alex.
It's off.
I think it's not on in the I think it's maybe
You
not
want me
on
to
in the
click it?
PDM. Because there's no power on the pin. Now, I think that cable got unplugged that was going to the...
Can you hear that? Listen.
I do hear something.
Yeah.
Plug that guy into the PDM. Let me check it. I'll tell you right now, the only way you're going to get it to go is spray it.
You're going to spray it because, let me tell you something, yeah?
Even with the trans brake on, it doesn't make enough power to knock the tire.
Huh?
Even with the trans brake on, it doesn't hit the
This
tire.
engine is so shit down low.
Yeah.
It's got no comp in it, and it just doesn't want to know about it. My thing, you hit it, it's like a fucking two-stroke.
Right.
What do you hate?
Converters, basically.
Hey.
I don't hit them with a fucking engine big enough to turn them, but you can't take an engine that makes 11 foot-pounds of torque and try to fucking hook a 20-mod converter to it.
What?
You know I'm getting worse and worse by the minute,
That's not good.
and I don't even know how I'm going to be tomorrow. Fucking hell.
You start with a sore throat?
Hey?
You start with a sore throat?
Yeah, it's just all in my head.
Yeah, I'm starting
But
to get
my
one.
body's starting to ache. No dump valves on.
So I don't even know if the motor will go to 1900 to get the nitrous to come on. So maybe what I need to do is have it turn the fucking dumps on with the line lock switch in burnout mode.
Fuck me dead. It's so complicated, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is fucking retarded. Why the fuck would you ever try and run a car like this? So
it's like
it never even gets even close to
it
high
gets
enough.
to no, it gets to like 1500.
Yeah, and just stops.
That's it. The converter will not even let it.
No, it's fucking in way too tight.
And to bring it in lower.
I mean, you either try and spray it at 1400.
I don't like that.
I don't know how many times you're going to get away with it without putting the crank on the ground.
Yeah.
You know, if it was a small, if you were putting a 25 horse shot or something on it, which is like, this is, once again, it's just idiotic.
Yeah. So, you know what we're just going to do? We're just going to trans brake it. Do a minute.
Trans brake it in race mode?
Yep. Immediately.
No, hang on. Yeah. Well, so if you go to race mode, at least you get the dumps.
Did you turn the dumps on then?
No, because it's a fucking insane amount of code change to try and make the fucking dumps come on in the burnout when the line lock's on and with a trans brake. I mean,
yeah, forget it. You're just going to complicate it even more.
That's what
This is supposed to be simple, not a.
You can't fucking have a converter that's this tight. It needs to let the engine should go 2500.
Won't do it.
Yeah, I know it's not going to do it, but I mean, it's...
So it's just a trans brake in burnout mode? Or can we just, can we, does it have to be in burnout mode for us to do a burnout?
Wait, hang on a second, hang on. Right now I have it where stage 2 and stage 3 are not active if it's in burnout mode. But what if I change it to stage 2 and stage 3 are not active when the line lock switch is on, that one, so that you could put it in fucking race mode to do the burnout, which is retarded also, because now you're not gonna get the burnout limiter, but whatever. No, it's not gonna fucking work. It's not gonna work because you're gonna have to be in fucking race mode.
What's the burnout limiter on anyway?
Whatever, 8500, it doesn't matter. But all of the race traction control shit relies on it being in fucking race mode.
Yeah.
Right, so as soon as you put it in race mode and try to do a burnout, as soon as you let off the trans brake, it's gonna kill all the fucking timing and, you know, try and do what it's doing down the racetrack.
Yeah,
so that's not,
good.
You can't do that.
No. Oh my God.
So back to nothing stops the trans brake from coming on in burnout mode. And right now it'll only, so other than the dumps, the trans brake won't fix it because it's not gonna do anything different than it's doing right now with the trans brake on.
You know what? Bring the nitrous on at 1400 RPM. I know, but turn it off the minute it gets on the tire. Like the minute it gets to 3000, get it off and it'll just start to accelerate anyway.
I mean,
no?
Well, it's once again, now you need a special fucking nitrous control. It's like all the parameters that it has now are for what it's doing down the racetrack, and now we have to make a whole new control algorithm for burnouts.
Okay, then don't do that.
Well, let me just think about it for a minute. I'm not too sure the dumps are gonna fix this problem. So
So
start it back up, put it in race mode, but without the nitrous, trans brake, because that turns the dumps on, go full throttle and see if it goes more than 1400. So that I don't waste my time doing that to find out it doesn't fucking do shit. So no nitrous, purge it out.
No nitrous. No nitrous.
So no nitrous, purge the nitrous out. You got the bottle on?
He turned it off.
Really?
Did you turn the nitrous bottle off?
Bottle's on or off?
Yeah, look, it's going anyway.
Okay, good. So get rid of all that shit. So there's no fucking way it can have nitrous. All right. So then we're gonna put it in race mode, but without the nitrous on, right?
Yeah.
And
It's in race mode already. I'll turn it off.
fine. Start it. Put it in race mode. Trans brake. No nitrous. Let's see how high it goes against trans brake with the dumps on. That's better.
Yeah.
That might work. Okay, get it back in there while I fucking figure out a way to get this done. So let me get the data out of that to find out how high it went, because that sounded a fair bit higher.
Yeah, that was like, you know, I'd say 2,000.
So if the dumps will do that, then the other thing is that the dumps, if you use the trans brake with the line lock on in burnout mode, that's not going to be enough to knock the tire loose, I don't think. It'll just sit there against it, I think. I don't know, maybe it'll spin. Right, so the current problem is the converter is so tight that the engine won't rev above 1400 RPM unless it has the dumps on in the transmission. So we just tried to do a burnout with it. It won't do a burnout because obviously you're not doing a burnout if the engine's at 1400 RPM where it makes, you know, like 11 horsepower. So we have to find a way to free the engine up enough to even get the nitrous to come on to make enough power to spin the tire to do with the burnout. So the problem with that is we didn't expect this. So now we have to reconfigure the code in the ECU. At first we have to come up with a way that we think will work, and then we have to redo the code in the ECU to get it to allow it to turn the nitrous on in burnout mode, but only one stage, so we don't get all the stages that we can get on the racetrack, so it's massively complex. A relatively simple thing has derailed us to the point where it's gonna take a little bit of effort to figure out the right method and then try it and verify that it works, so we don't waste our time at the racetrack tomorrow and not even be able to do a burnout. So that's where we're at now.
All right, listen, what time is it? It's like 5:30. It's 5:30 Monday. Tomorrow's D-Day. And we've got a lot going on still. We've got Shane in the background coding. We're coming across little bits and pieces that I wouldn't say that were missed. That probably were missed, I don't know. So now we're just gonna try and code how to get to the water box and do a burnout without activating the trans brake and let the engine do it on its own, but this engine doesn't want to do it the way it is, so we have to activate some dumps and loosen the gearbox up a little bit for it to flare a little bit higher so we can catch the nitrous at a certain RPM instead of it being too low. Like Shane said, we don't want to throw the crank out of this car doing a burnout. I'm sick as a dog, and I'm only getting sicker every day, so let's see how we feel tomorrow. But we're still here, we're still battling along, and we've got an agenda, and we're going to make it happen regardless, no matter what. We've made a lot happen in the last 6 months. That wasn't being, it wasn't even, it looked like it wasn't even achievable prior to this. So to where we are now and to where the car was, and the car was fucking nowhere, we got it at a point where we're just about to hit the track. We just got this little slight, I would say, just configuration issue, and we're good to go. But Puppy always wants to know how I'm feeling. At the moment, I feel like I've hit a fucking brick wall with my own head. That's how sick I am. But I don't care. We'll just keep going and get it right. Like I said, I've got an agenda with this car. And let's get it done for Morad, Team Mac, and his fans. And I guess that's what we got to do, right?
So that means it's race mode. But if the dump test is on or it's burnout and the line lock's on, turn on. Else if it's burnout and not line lock, so that means it's burnout mode but the line lock's off, or the engine speed's below the active engine speed, turn off. If it's not burnout, okay, that part's fine, so that doesn't change. So then external dump, if the test is on or it's burnout and line lock together, so it's burnout and the line lock's on, yes, come on. If it's burnout and not line lock, so now we're in burnout mode, no line lock, it should turn off, correct. And the same thing for the other dump. Dump test on or burnout and line lock together, come on. Also, if it's burnout and not line lock, okay, so let's see if it compiles. Oh, it'll validate, so now we can compile it and try it. Normally I would test this on the test bench, but since we're here, we have to just put it in the car and see what happens. So the two choices we're faced with now are try to get the dump valves on, which reduce the load of the torque converter against the engine and let the RPM go higher so that the nitrous can go active at its normal activation RPM like it would on the trans brake, or try and get the nitrous to turn on at 1400 engine RPM. So, I mean, that is a possibility, but normally when you try to use nitrous, it's really difficult to get the engine to run properly at that low of an RPM, particularly with the amount of nitrous we're trying to spray in it. It's pretty easy to get the engine to go basically the wrong way or break itself at that low of an RPM. So it's going to be a lot better if we can get the engine higher and get it to come on at kind of its normal activation RPM and try to figure out how to get the engine to swallow that much nitrous at 1400 RPM. So, guess we'll find out. Yeah, look, normally I would test this on the test bench, right, with the simulator and verify all this works, but we're gonna have to do it on the car. So, I know it turns the outputs on. I just want you to start the thing up with it in burnout mode, put it in gear, and put the line lock button on. And then I want to make sure the transmission pressure drops, right? So that's all you got to do is do that, and then turn the line lock back off, shut the thing back off, I'll pull the data out of it, make sure it drops the line pressure, and then we can go try it. Honestly, you could try it up against the foot brake, because it's going to turn the dumps on as long as the line lock button's on. And when the line lock button comes off, it'll turn the dumps back off. So that may be enough to even let it spin the tire on its own, or if it doesn't, it'll let you get high enough to get the nitrous on, and then when you turn the line lock off, finally it'll turn the dumps off.
It might actually work without
it
using the
could,
nitrous,
it might,
yeah.
it might be.
Because it might be high enough.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. The other thing is that I'd have to look, but I think you might be able to leave it in burnout mode, push the line lock, set the line lock, use the trans brake, the dumps will be on, so that'll let it go up pretty high, and then dump the trans brake button, and it should knock the tire loose. So that might do it too without nitrous, so we could try that too. But let's just verify that I already know the outputs come on because I just watched it happen. I want to make sure that the dumps actually dump, and that when you turn it off, the dumps turn back off again.
Sure.
With it in burnout mode and running.
You ready?
Yeah. Yay, it dumps and it turns back off. See, we've got
just from the live data in the ECU, I paused it. So here's the engine running up here, and here's the dump coming on. There's the pressure dropping to nothing. All 3 dumps come on, then he turns the button off, bang, they turn back off. So that part's gonna work. So now he could try it outside, and we can see what we get. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to disconnect some cords to make that happen. All right, it worked. So
Yeah.
now it's a matter of taking it outside.
The minute I pressed the button, the RPM went up too.
The dumps immediately come on
And they came on. You knew straight away that was the case.
Yeah. So, and that will help free it way up, I would hope.
Yeah, so do you want me to try it without nitrous first?
Yeah, I would say try it without nitrous and see if it'll do just by the foot brake with that.
Yeah.
And if not, try the trans brake button with that on and dump the trans brake and see if that'll do it. Hey, turn the hose on. Hose. Turn the hose on. Make it work. Oh, the fucking end's closed? Shit. Got the button on, yeah? Nitrous? Got the dumps on, right? Yeah, obviously you had the light lock on. Yeah. Fuck, I don't know, it doesn't even sound like it goes high enough. Okay, so now, try the trans brake button on, load it up against trans brake, try dumping the trans brake. I don't even think that's gonna do it, but it at least lets it go high enough that the spray will come on.
So you want me to?
I said, fuck, there's the only thing left to do is turn the bottle on and see what happens. The bottle's not on yet, yeah?
I can't hear. What'd you say?
The only thing left to do is try with the spray on and see if the spray.
With my foot, with just the line lock on, right?
Yeah. So don't use the I mean, I don't like. I guess you could use the trans brake.
I don't want to
also,
use the trans brake. That's the whole idea.
So then it would be set the line lock, nitrous on. Obviously, the line lock button will turn the dumps on, and that will stop the car hopefully from rolling forward. And then when you go after the throttle, the nitrous will come on at 1900 and it'll take off. If you back off below 95% throttle, it's going to shut the nitrous off. If it makes more than 28 pounds of boost, it'll shut it off on its own. And other than that, hopefully that's enough to make it spin the tire.
Rightio. I'll start it, come back, and I'll do
Yeah,
it.
you back up and pull back into the water again. Oh, shit. Won't go high enough. Yeah. Charger back on, feed him the power for the router. So it seems like it goes, I wonder if the trans brake does something inside that we don't know about, because it sure seems like it's a lot looser against the trans brake than it is against.
Yeah, but it didn't come up on the RPM enough.
That's what I'm saying. But when you tried it against the trans brake, the engine came up higher.
Yeah.
Either that or I was dreaming it, but I'm pretty sure it came up higher. So so there might be something going on in the transmission that makes it do something different when the actual trans brake's on.
Like what?
But I don't know, because it's like, unless the dumps just didn't come on, which is possible.
I mean, they came on a minute ago when we tried it, but maybe they decided not to come on now. Well, we'll know in a minute. We're gonna end up having to spool it just like when it's doing a run. So this is dumps on with lock. NFG. No fucking good. Air jacks. Hey, you know the air jack idea? That's what this needs. It needs air jacks. Air jacks for the burnout. Just jack it up, get the tires going, and then dump the jacks.
We're gonna do another procedure. Hopefully that no nitrous. Yeah, so we're just gonna see if all the dumps turn on with the in burnout mode with the line lock on. We'll see where the RPM goes, and hopefully this is the final and it works. See what happens. Yeah, we did. You want it on?
Yeah, the idea was that I could look at it live.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Just let's plug it back in. It sounded to me like it worked, but
Yeah,
let me
it
pull the
worked.
data in.
That went higher than ever.
You could tell the tack was higher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so could I. So I guess we can go try that outside. But I can assure you it's not going to spin the tire. I mean, it won't even spin it in here on the slick floor, you know?
No.
So it's going to need the nitrous on. So probably, if we're going to go try it outside, let me just verify 100% that they came on. I'm pretty sure they did because I heard it. And then we'll go out there and spray it with it on because I think it's the only prayer it has a spin in the tire.
Sure.
Is with nitrous.
Okay. You want the router on?
Yeah, let's plug the router back in. Let me grab the data out of it from that. So Alex.
Yeah.
Let's do it one more time. This time, when you bring it up, bring it up against the foot brake, whatever you're doing, the motor goes 2500, whatever it is, and then turn off the line lock button, right? Hold your foot on the brake. Let me just make sure that the dumps turn off like they're supposed to with the line lock, and then I know 100% it'll work out there. Because the motor went 2500, it's gonna turn the nitrous on like it does when it goes to spool, so. I just want to verify that it turns it back off, and we don't get to find out after it's doing the burnout.
I'll do that now?
Still on. Yeah. I heard the engine RPM drop, so I know it turned, and I watched the outputs turn off, so I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. All right, it'll do what we ask now, at least as far as that's concerned, so I guess we see what happens when we go outside with it.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's just turn the pressure back up again. Turn the bottle on.
Oh, you wanted to put the heater on it? Yeah. Well, I don't need the router.
You don't need the router?
No. Yeah, all of that cock up had nothing to do with the code, but I got sidetracked in the middle of what I was doing because I'm fucking half asleep. No, I didn't set the right parameters in the PDM. So the way it works is that the keypad button goes into the PDM. The PDM has a condition that says, hey, the line lock button is being requested. It sends it to the dash transmits it over to the ECU. So it has to go through that daisy chain, and I skipped that step because I got involved in trying to make it, yeah. So once I realized it was turning off, like, wait, the ECU's not turning off. The fucking request is turning off. Like, yeah, it's because it's not using the right request. So that request was the old, it needs to purge the converter. That was only allowed in neutral.
Yep.
So he'd turn it on in neutral, and as soon as he put it in drive, it'd shut all the shit off. I don't know if it'll go sideways or not. I don't want him to smash those fucking things. So, did it shit itself, or did you back off the throttle and then it shit itself?
It shit itself after I backed the throttle.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
I went, and then I come off and I went, boom.
Might be some of the delay, I don't know. It might be turning off the control before all the nitrous is, like turning the retards and the fuel off before the nitrous is done spraying in. Or whatever, I mean, I don't know. We can either put it back in there, and I'll look, or do more of a burnout. By the way, I was holding on to the back of the car because I didn't know if it was going to swing out and hit these.
No, it'll probably go straight. I felt it anyway.
I think it'll go straight. So
yeah.
it will do a burnout, but now we need to do it long enough that we can make sure that it...
Okay.
Either, or I have to go find a way to fucking turn it off.
Let's do another one, just a quick one.
Okay, so then... Well, I guess see if it'll fucking start, but you might want to fucking purge all that shit out first just in case.
Close the bottle. Watch out, Thomas. Ready?
Man, it holds an insane amount of nitrous between the bottle and the fucking solenoids, huh?
See that?
Yeah, it's like a fucking half a bottle worth every time, it seems like. All right, so start it up, I suppose, if you can get it to start. Make sure it's good and cleaned out. Back it up. We're gonna back it up.
Yeah.
I think, like, did you shift it?
Yeah.
I think it needs to go higher before you shift it because
yeah.
it like lays it over. But it works. So
But it works, yeah.
Put the motherfucker away. Maybe you're gonna get away with it testing, but if you have to fucking have that bullshit on there to race, at some point the driver's gonna pedal it and it's gonna fucking sneeze on the burnout and it won't fucking restart and you're gonna lose a race because of it. I promise you it'll happen.